The Chicago Bears just got screwed by the NFL. Let's talk about it. My name is Paul. Together with my buddies, we are the NFC North Guys, just breaking down all the news, analysis, whatever you want for the best division in the NFL. If you're a fan of any one of these teams, especially the Bears, take just a quick second, like and subscribe. We're trying to build an awesome community of the fans of these teams just to talk some smack, engage in some healthy debates, and keep you up to date on all the latest news. So don't miss out on being a part of that. Like and subscribe. I'm sure many of you have seen the news that has come out. If you haven't, I'll update you real quick. But Bears assistant GM Ian Cunningham has been hired to be the general manager of the Atlanta Falcons. Before I get into how the Bears are actually getting really screwed here by the NFL, I do just have to add, Ian Cunningham, from everything I've ever heard, is just a stand-up guy. He did an excellent job here. It stinks as a Bears fan to lose him because he was good at his job. But he's somebody you just got to tip your cap to, wish him the best. I have a ton of respect for him. I think he's going to be a great general manager for the Atlanta Falcons. So, none of my frustration and anger here is directed at Ian Cunningham. He deserves a promotion. He deserves everything coming his way. Good dude, good manager. He's going to be great there. So don't take anything against him. But something that immediately made a lot of people wonder is an NFL rule that came out, I think, in 2020 about hiring minority coaches or general managers into the biggest positions. So I pulled up a little summary of the rule here. This is actually not just a summary here. This is the official language in the rule by the NFL. It says the employer club of a minority employee who has been hired by another club as its head coach or primary football executive, and it says in parentheses general manager, shall receive draft choice compensation in the form of a compensatory draft pick in the third round in each of the next two drafts for an employee hired as either a head coach or primary football executive, or for the next three drafts if it has two employees hired for both positions. So, a lot of big words there, but basically what it means is if a team has a aspiring young coach or executive who is hired to another team as the head coach or as their general manager, the team that raised up that coach and gave them their initial opportunity and trained them and got them ready for the bigger role they ended up getting would get 2 third-round comp picks. So it's been kind of talked about for years by Bears fans who have followed this, because Ian Cunningham, he's all it was very easy to see the minute he came to Chicago. This dude knows what he's doing. He's a great executive. He's going to be a general manager someday. It was just a matter of when. Last offseason, I think a lot of people expected to be the offseason that he was officially pulled away. He wasn't. The Bears thankfully got to have him for another year. He made several more, assisted in several more great moves, and now he finally has been pulled away. So all Bears fans are wondering, where are our third-round picks? Well, it is being reported. I got Courtney Cronin here, ESPN's Bear announcer, is reporting that per league rules, the Bears will not receive 2 comp third-round picks because Cunningham is not being hired by Atlanta as the primary football executive. That position was filled by Matt Ryan. So going back to the official language, it says in parentheses general manager, but it does say primary football executive. And if you hadn't seen the news about Matt Ryan, he was officially named the president of football by the Falcons despite having no experience as an executive. I'd imagine he's going to really lean on a veteran like Ian Cunningham, but because he is not technically the lead executive, what was the fancy word they used? The primary football executive, he's going to report to Matt Ryan, and Matt Ryan will have ultimate decision-making power. The Bears do not get third-round comp picks for it. And I'll kind of get into how important some of these third-round comp picks have been to some of these other teams who've earned them. But first, let's just take a quick second to hate on the Atlanta Falcons. Like, I feel like we as football fans can't spend enough time making fun of what a pathetic organization the Atlanta Falcons are. I mean, for years you watch them bring in star players like Bijan and Kyle Pitts and Drake London and have all the talent in the world, and they're like, no, I'm going to give it to Tyler Algier 20 times a game. And they're like, hey, we got a 28-3 lead in the Super Bowl. No, we're going to blow it. The Falcons blow everything, and they've blown it here, and now it has affected the Bears. Matt Ryan literally has zero experience as an executive. Like, his qualification for this job is being the most successful Atlanta Falcons quarterback that they've had. That's his only qualifications. He's was a good player for the team. Like, since he retired from the NFL, he has been a broadcaster for, I think, CBS. I don't think a lot of people thought he was even a very good broadcaster. And, like, this isn't a whole big thing to dump on Matt Ryan. Maybe he'll do a good job. He's a smart guy, went to Boston College. I'm sure he knows football. I'm sure he'll do okay, especially because he can lean on Ian Cunningham. But it's like, how are you going to let a team hire somebody with zero experience and declare that the Bears assistant GM, who is being promoted to a general manager, it does say in parentheses general manager, but not give the Bears those comp picks? It blows my mind. Like, it is 50% ineptitude by the Falcons for not giving the lead authority to the experienced guy who's been an executive in the NFL for years, and instead giving it to, their favorite football player that they like. And then it's 50% just what a dumb rule this is by the NFL. Like, he was assistant GM. He was promoted to GM. He could have taken, he was going to get a GM job eventually. He's going to be a lead decision maker. And now, once he actually becomes that and gets that opportunity, the inept Falcons, who are probably going to blow the pick, are going to get those third-round comp picks. So it drives me crazy. I mentioned some of these third-round comp picks in recent years. I know the Chiefs traded theirs in 1 year. They actually got 2 third-round picks for the Bears giving Ryan Poles the general manager job. One of theirs they traded to the Giants for Kadarius Toney. I know he's kind of had an interesting career, but at the end of the day, that guy caught the winning touchdown in a Super Bowl. The Rams, I think, got a couple comp picks for Brad Holmes going to the Lions. One of the linebackers they drafted, he's now on the Seahawks, and he is the starting middle linebacker in the Super Bowl next weekend. So, these third-round comp picks are valuable. The Bears should have gotten 2 of them, and the NFL, on a technicality, is going to let the Falcons and their ineptitude rob the Bears of that. So, what can you do? Like I said, none of this is Ian Cunningham's fault. I'm happy for him. He's a great guy. He deserves to be above Matt Ryan. And this is why laws like this are kind of put in place, is because there's no reason somebody like Matt Ryan with zero executive experience should be put against a guy who has the league-wide respect of an Ian Cunningham and has spent years in multiple organizations. He came from the Eagles. He's been in multiple organizations that have completely rebuilt their rosters under him. And there's no reason he should be reporting to Matt Ryan. I'm going to be sick about this one for a while, but what can you do? You guys comment below. Give me your thoughts on that. Let me know, who do you want the Bears to target in the draft? They got 2 less picks than they should have, but who do you want them to target? I've seen targeting a receiver or a safety with the thought of Brisker and DJ Moore leaving. I hate that. Don't let a guy leave and draft his replacement and not get any better. Find a way to keep these guys and draft somebody new who can improve the team and not just fill a spot that you let somebody leave for free. But comment below. Let me know who you want to see the Bears draft. And then don't forget, please just like and subscribe on the way out.